Okay, everyone, this is my spoiler review of X-Men the Animated Series, Season 3, Episode 15, The Dark Phoenix Part 2, The Inner Circle. This originally also came out November 12th, 1994, like Part 1 in this saga. I love in the opening of this episode, we get this big aerial shot of the X-Mansion, but it's the first time I noticed in the show the beautiful pool they have. I hope that at some point in the show we actually get to see the X-Men hang out at the pool. Now, Professor X is trying to telepathically commute to the X-Men, and he's being blocked by this machine and also Emma Frost. So I love about Emma Frost, not only is she a cool villain, but she's a worthy villain to the X-Men and people like Professor X with her powers. Now we see these mutant collars again that are holding the X-Men from using their powers, and Shaw is introducing them all to the new version of Jean, which is the Black Queen. And I love that this sets up a feeling of all hope is lost for the X-Men, but you can't forget then about the saving grace, which is Wolverine in the sewer. I love they're continuing that from the last episode and didn't forget that he fell down there. Now there's also this subplot where Shaw's got the hots for Jean and even asked Mastermind at one point if she really loves Mastermind or it's an illusion. And during their bickering about this, Emma Frost makes the great point where she's like, we can't deceive Phoenix forever. One day she'll discover the truth and turn against the inner circle. This will literally happen at the end of the episode and when she confronts Mastermind later on. But this is where Mastermind's like, chill. I introduced her to dark emotions she never dreamed of. She wants more. So this is all setting up the backfire of his plan. Now this is a great Wolverine episode in this show. It's one of the best for him. I love that he busts through the dumbwaiter with a bottle of wine. He's like, lousy year. And then the best moment is he grabs a turkey leg during all of this. And it's a great line where he sees the inner circle members and he goes, where do these guys do their shopping? And when the guard points the gun at him, he then has to chuck the turkey leg. I thought that was so funny. And another great Wolverine line is when he's fighting some of the inner circle members, he cuts through their sticks and throws them and he goes, here, go play pickup sticks. It's just certain episodes of the show Wolverine is just firing out these great lines, and he's getting to kick a lot of butt in this episode, so if you love Wolverine, this is definitely an episode for you. Now where things get absolutely crazy is when they are all having this dinner in the inner circle, and Scott is still slowly connecting and breaking into Jean's mind, but Emma catches on. So she transfers Mastermind back into Jean's mind, and this is where Scott and Mastermind will clash in this mental arena inside Jean's mind. And another hysterical moment is when Mastermind just backhands Cyclops with his glove, and he puts Cyclops in their type of getup. And it's cool to see Cyclops because he has no mutant powers in this illusion. His eyes are fine. And we get this intense sword duel, which I didn't expect. But it's a very cool sequence of Mastermind toying with Cyclops with these different illusions. Feels straight out of a comic, and he's an underrated villain in general. Now we'll see Jean runs into Scott in this illusion, and Scott's like pleading with her. This is not her. This is not your mind. And she's saying things like the dark joy of destruction. And this is where Mastermind comes in, the end of Scott's summers. And this is where Scott collapses, and Mastermind thinks he has destroyed Scott's mind, but he lives, which Emma discovers is the reason being that he is still connected to Jean Grey. So this is where they just convince Phoenix to kill Scott, but right at the nick of time, Wolverine busts through the door and has the best line of the episode where he goes, here's Johnny. It's perfect too because he sounds like Jack Nicholson, so it's just a great touch to reference The Shining in this show. And it's amazing entrance for Wolverine to save the day. Now, through all of this happening, Mastermind's like, Shaw, yield as chairman to me. Like, I'm the chairman now. And the best part is Shaw then takes a tally, and there's these dramatic thumbs down that the inner circle members give when they're giving their vote. I thought that was so funny, especially Emma's when she's like, you want a new queen, now you have her, and then just gives this dramatic thumbs down. You really don't need the thumbs down. You can just have them say their lines that they don't support him anymore. Now when Phoenix is attacking Wolverine, they have that moment where there's this connection between Jean and Wolverine, thinking of that fond memory they had together, where it was a very sensual moment between the two of them we saw earlier in the show, so I'm happy they're referencing that again. And this saves Wolverine because it's bringing Jean to her senses somewhere in that Phoenix possessed mind. And then this is where Mastermind's like, Phoenix, actually get rid of Shaw. But he's lost control of her at this point. And one of the funniest moments is Phoenix in all of this, when she's like fully unleashed, she's just like, I'm tired of your squabbling, amuse yourselves, and decides to just let the X-Men free. Like, okay, free for all, and disappears. So it's like a convenient way to get the X-Men unlocked from their collars. And immediately Cyclops blasts Leland across the building. And then Cyclops uses his classic move where he blasts the ground from under Shaw. So it was nice to see that. And Storm has crazy moments here, which I love, where she's like, winds rise and sweep the thorns from from our path, and then pulls a win from the opening of the ceiling to blow the guards down. And then we get to see her freeze up a shirtless Shaw who's about to kill Beast, but he gets away, of course, with his secret bookshelf door. And Rogue has a great moment where she rips off the arm of Pierce and is like, thanks for the hand, sugar. I bet these cybernetic things cost an arm and a leg. Just a classic Rogue line here. Now the Inner Circle will escape, but Mastermind is still here and he finds Phoenix on the roof. And she's aware, like Emma predicted, of him using her now and is attacking him. And she's like, I'm too powerful for your illusions. Let the world see how truly ugly you are. And this is cool because we now get to see the real accurate looking version of Mastermind from the comics. And this is where Cyclops appears and Phoenix says to him, the normal Jean Grey is no more. I am fire made flesh, power incarnate. I am the dark Phoenix. We see her full appearance now and her full powers come out. It's an amazing to be continued cliffhanger. It gets you so hyped for the next episode. I can't imagine even as a kid getting both of these part 1 and part 2 in the same day and having that feeling like, oh my god, I cannot wait to watch the next episode. It's just really a fun episode. Still doing a great job keeping it dark enough for the Dark Phoenix part of it all, but fun with Wolverine and a nice fun battle with the Inner Circle. Even better battle than the episode before versus the X-Men. So I'm going to give this one a 9.1. Let me know what you thought of it down below and hit that sub button. This is a brand new X-Men channel. It'll help in so many ways. You have no idea. I'm trying to get a bunch of subs so I can be able to keep doing this and do reviews of comics, TV shows, and figures, all things X-Men. And I'll see you next time.